Alright everybody, Finalizing Brothers here, and today we're doing a bottom end on a KTM 85. This should be the same for the 2018 through 2022 model bike. So we got all our gear mechanisms over here, got piston, cylinder, crank, bolts for the engine cases, 2 new pistons for bikes, reeds, clutch, sprocket, front sprocket, ignition cover, and then our gasket for the cases. And then over here we have the whole clutch set up. It's all laid out according to the microfiche, all the parts, new clutch cases, or not cases, sorry, new clutch discs, new clutch basket, new clutch, well, I don't really know what this is called. But then we have our Kickstarter mechanism all over here laid out nice and nice. We have some new parts. So yeah, it should be good video. We have everything all nicely neat out, so it's time to get to work. Alright guys, so the first step to doing a bottom end is putting the transmission in, and this is how you want to have it set up. You have your bigger pieces,
your big gear next to your small gear,
and you want this to go through that hole, the big part, but you want for your other one over here, you want this one to be sticking out and that piece to go into there. So let's go ahead and do that. It's not exactly the easiest thing to do. I would see it trying to pop in through there. Here we are. So now we have this in all nice. Make sure you have your washer. That washer's gonna go there. And then, so now it should spin. It'll stop. It'll come to a stop after maybe like a quarter turn, but that's supposed to happen.
Good.
Alright guys, so next up we're putting in the gear forks. As you can see, for the smaller piece, the smaller fork, it only has one little holder, but it has 2 springs, one on the top and one on the bottom, and that's gonna go right in here. And then you
can see where the forks fit in.
Yeah, you can see where the forks fit in. So you have 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna have your fork right here. Or not your fork, your holder. That one should go in pretty easily. The next one is a bit harder. See, if you have it right, it should bounce a little. Alright guys, so we just got this drum in, and
had to wiggle it a little bit.
Yeah, it took us a little bit, so we didn't do it on camera.
Show there.
For certain purposes, but you see this that thing right there? It goes in there, and then when you twist it, the gear goes up. It's just how the gears work. And if I can come to the bottom of it, you see that piece we put in there, and then we put that little hexagon nut in there. And so next we're gonna do this guy, our other gear fork. Alright guys, what's up? So we got this next fork in here. So we had to jiggle with it for a little bit, but I'm gonna explain how you want to get this in. So what you want to do is you want to put this in last, right? You want to put this guy in last, and you want to put these 2 in, that one first, this one next, and then put this through. So that shouldn't be too hard, it just takes a little bit. As you can see, I'm pretty sure it's in neutral right now, it spins freely. So yeah, if it looks like that, then you have it right. Alright guys, so we got everything all greased up, put the gasket on there all ready to go, and so we got all the transmission, the gear shifters nice and greased up. We got this side greased up too, greased up inside this part because it comes, this little piece comes out, so we greased up inside there, all the bearings, and so we have our cranks in a dry ice. That makes it a lot easier to put in. So now we're gonna take our crank out, and what this does is it shrinks it, and so it makes it a lot easier to put in. Alright guys, so now we have our crank in, and so we're putting all the bolts in to tighten down the cases. So crank went in pretty easily with our method. That's not the easiest thing to get in, so the dry ice definitely helps. We got everything else looking pretty nice. I love the fresh, new, shiny cases. Yeah, we'll update you when we tighten them all. It's fine.
Alright, we got Finalizing brothers here. Max tighten them up. Just nice and slow. These are case bolts. Nice and slow. It was 10 Newton meters, which is 7.4 foot-pounds, which is 88.8 inch-pounds. There we go. Bringing it home.
Alright guys, so we got it all torqued down. The dry ice is still kind of melting, but the crank's still frozen after like an hour, so it'll unfreeze and then spin nicely. So we have the ignition, the stator, the ignition cover, all that put on. Then we have where the hydraulic clutch goes, and then if we come around here, we have to put the clutch and everything on, the Kickstarter. But we got the hardest part done, thank God. Yeah, so now let's move on to the other stuff. Alright guys, what's up?
4 doors.
Putting on the ignition side right now. We're putting on the stator, bolting everything up, about to put the Woodruff key in, which goes right here. If you can see that. Goes right in that little divot, and there's also another Woodruff key on the other side. Everything's going pretty well. So yeah, stay tuned for the other side. Hey guys, what's up? So we got the this third little case on right now. We're bolting it up. It takes a little bit, just a little bit of jiggling around because it gets stuck right here a little bit. But that's all slipped on pretty nicely. So now we're gonna put all the bolts in there, torque them nice, and then we're gonna put this this cover on. All right, guys. So we got the Kickstarter on. We got the cover all bolted up and torqued, and we got this cover on. So next we're gonna put the cylinder on, and then the head, then the carb, then just some odds and ends. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it, and so yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. And here's it. Springs back nice. Alright guys, so this bike's really coming along. We just got the top end on all together, nice and buttoned up. We got the carburetor on, as you can see over there. Got everything nice to it and hooked up. Everything's going smooth, and next part should hopefully be the cranking part of it. Just got some other odds and ends, you know, radiator, hose, gotta put the spark plug on. Just a couple odds and ends like that. I gotta put the pipe on. So after that, we should be okay to crank it. That's a wrap. She runs great.